Hey there, it's Adam Schmela with Integrated Consulting and Advisory Solutions here with another little Workflow Wednesday tip for you. This one touches on a couple of different aspects of Redtail or of the CRM, but we will eventually end up in Workflow as we always do. Where we're going to start today is in tag groups. So if you're familiar with Redtail, or I should say one of the benefits obviously of any CRM is the ability to quickly organize your contacts based off of a set criteria, based off of decisions that you make within the firm. Within Redtail, there's a couple of different ways to do that. I'm a big fan of utilizing tag groups. Tag groups and keywords provide similar functionality in Redtail. If you're interested in learning more about that, I would encourage you to check out the Redtail help desk. There are a number of articles and tutorials on the differences between keywords and tag groups. Similar, but there are a few little differences. And what we're going to talk about today is how we use tag groups, or how I should say one way that you could use tag groups to organize multiple different client or contact criteria. So the nice thing about tag groups, again, is that you can create them. So to get where I'm at right now, if I'm starting on the home page here in our demo database, we go over to contacts. And once we're in contacts, we click on lists and then get into tag groups. So this will pull up a list of all the existing tag groups that you have in your database at this time. It's really easy and quick to add a tag group. So one of the benefits is being able to add tag groups on the fly. So I could create a tag group here if I wanted to create a 50-50 portfolio. Okay, so you can see I do that, boom, it's right there. You can see the number of contacts that are in there. If I click on that, it will show I can quickly add members to my tag group here. So this gives you a really quick and dynamic way of adding and removing people. For example, if I look at all the people that I have in my February review group, I could quickly remove someone from that tag group. Now, how that looks on the contact record, let me pull up Penny Hofstetter here real quick. So if I scroll down, you can see the two tag groups and keywords. Again, when you're on the contact page, similar functionality. I could add a keyword right here very quickly, just as I could add a tag group. So we've got a lot of different keywords there. When I go, let me hit the back button here and go into my reviews. So what I want to do is demonstrate how you could very quickly pull the list of people that you have in your tag group and quickly attach a workflow for client reviews. So let's say that it is the beginning of January. And at that time in our firm, what we will typically do is in the beginning of January, we will start priming the pump for all of our clients that are due for a February review. So what I would very quickly do is I can go in here. Now, the nice thing, anytime that you see send to search, gives you the opportunity to send those contacts directly to the search. And now once they're in search, now is where we can really some of the firepower and horsepower of Redtail to bulk assign or to complete some bulk actions. So for these 10 people, I'm going to highlight all of them so we can see that we've selected all 10 contacts. I can go in here, I can do bulk actions. And now from here, I could send a broadcast email. But what we're going to do here is we're going to attach a workflow link. Now this pops up, and basically what I'm doing right now is the same thing that I would be doing on the contact record for each individual, for each one of these 10 individuals, but I can just assign a bulk workflow. So I want to do the annual client service review or client meeting or whatever workflow is applicable here. I can go ahead and do that. So let's just say we're going to do a client meeting. I go ahead and I link workflow. And now what Redtail is doing is behind the scenes, it's taking that template copy and making 10 copies, one for each of the contact records that I've just selected here. So we'll wait until this thinks a little bit faster here. There we go. So now if I were to go into Jimi Hendrix contact record, I'll see that I have one active workflow. And from here, now what I can do is I can go in and just start working the workflow. So I could go in, all right, do all this. Let's just, for demonstration's sake, I want to go ahead and complete this. Now, there is a little bit of heavy lifting here. What I mean by that is you can't do, in a sense, like a bulk step completion for all 10 of those workflows that I've just created. So what I have to do now, but the back button here, when you're working in advanced search, the back button does work pretty well. So I can hit the back button, pull up those 10 records, and just work my way down the list here. So it is important to understand that the advanced search or pulling the records here using the back button does work. If, however, you are pulling reports and using search criteria or filter criteria in reports and you hit the back button, That will unfortunately, if you hit the back button to try and pull up your queue or the filter that you created, you'll get that the blank screen will pop up. It'll say, I think, contact form submission error, something along those lines. Redtail is working on that behind the scenes to try and create or try and fix that little glitch. So hopefully the back button will work in short time on the reports. But that is a nice thing when you're working off the advanced search field, is I can hit the back button and work my way down from each client. So I hope this little tip helps. Again, rather than having to go into each individual contact record, if you utilize tag groups to organize your contacts, quickly pull up tag groups using the advanced search field within the contact section of Redtail, and then send those people to search. And then from there, you can do bulk workflow assignments. It's a really quick way to add the same workflow to a bunch of different contacts rather than having to do it each individual contact one at a time. So hope that helps. Enjoy the rest of the day.